Hello, ladies, and welcome to this new live video. This is amazing. I have someone that is very special for me. His name is Olivier Roland. He is French, as you can imagine, with his first name. And he has created one of the best sellers in France regarding freedom, entrepreneurship, but also self-confidence. Hello, Olivier. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you, Alex, for having me.
Of course, it's such a pleasure because in France, you are very known. Like you're the number one for me, business and life coach. You tell yourself that you're a freedom teacher. Can you tell us a little bit about this world, who you are, what you have done, and we will dive in with your new book, The Way of the Intelligent Rebels.
All right. So to make a long story short, I dropped school at 18 years old. I created my first company at 19, and it was an extraordinary adventure. But after a few years, I was a bit tired of working 60, 70 hours a week, like most entrepreneurs. And I realized that this business I created to be free was actually a jail. And that it was a jail I built for myself because I couldn't see how to stop my company. It was my only source of income. I couldn't see how to work less into it without, being dangerous for the company because I was at the center of everything. I couldn't see how to make money elsewhere. I couldn't see how to sell it. And I was like, wow, now I want more balance in my life between my professional and personal life, and I don't know how to do it. I'm like in a jail. And I looked for solution for years, and it was not easy, but after a while, I understood a few different concepts that now I use. And fast forward to today, I sold my first company. Now I have a business that is entirely on the internet. I have been traveling 6 months a year since 2010, except in 2020 last year because it was a bit, different, right?
Yeah.
Too many frictions to travel. And I have a business that is in service of my life. I inspire hundreds of thousands of people every month, and I help people to be more free. So what I teach is how to create exactly what I did, how to have a business that is in service of your life, and also how to be free in your mind, which, it's a very large concept, right? So it ranges from like how to not become addicted to bad things, how to have good habits, and how to empower yourself, how to give yourself the best chances to succeed in life, which include obviously how to be confident in yourself. Yes.
I love the word empower because in this community, I have thousands of women that will watch this video. They have a lack of self-confidence. They don't know how to be happy in their love life. So I wanted you to be able to express this relationship between self-confidence, having a job that you love, because it just blew my mind when I understood that. I think it's the third reason of the breakup is when we are in burnout. If we don't like our job, if we don't wake up every morning fulfilled with what we do, we have problem in our relationship. So when you say empower, how can we empower our life? How can we love ourselves? How can we trust ourselves? Because I'm sure that when you started to be an entrepreneur, people surrounding you told you, you will not make it, you're crazy, get like a job, work for someone. So how did you overcome these fears and how did you empower yourself?
So yeah, it's a great question. So the first part of the question is how to empower yourself. I think the ideal, like really what you want to aim for is what the Japanese call ikigai, So the ikigai is like when you get your ikigai, it's like your raison d'être. It's like what your mission in life, basically. So it's at the center of four things: what you're passionate about, what you can make money with, what you're good at, like skilled, and what is your mission in life. And then you have your ikigai. If you can find something like a project, a business, an adventure, an artistic creation that is at these four characteristics. This is the aim. It's ideal, and now it's pretty hard to find it, especially at the beginning. So I wouldn't tell you like to focus on it too much. It's a great thing to keep in mind as like something you want to reach at some point, but you don't want to focus too much on it because it can be quite frustrating when you start. And for example, if you want to quit a job that you don't like to create a company, for example, your own business. You want to have something you like and that makes money. And it's already good, And if you can plug a mission and other things into it, it's good. But you want to start and progress step by step. So the idea of empowerment is this. Basically, if you do something that you're happy to do and that makes money for you and you feel it's useful for the world and you are skillful with it, it's perfect. Everything is aligned and everything will be better in the rest of your life because you will be more happy. You will be basically the best version of yourself. And obviously, these will also influence how you behave in your couple and the kind of man or woman you will attract. So the second part of the question is how you overcome the objections fears. When you... So the first step is to find, I would say, if you feel frustrated right now, and I start the book, by the way, by saying I'm sharing like a study that was made with about 200,000 people, asking basically, are you happy in the workplace? Are you happy with your job? And actually, the US has one of the best score of the world for that.
Wow!
But still, I don't remember the exact numbers, but more than 1/3 of people actively hate their job. Can you believe that?
It's
1/3, more than 1/3. And in France, it's even worse. I don't even want to share the numbers. and then you have, so this is really bad. Then you have the people that don't hate it, but they don't love their job either. It's like, okay, it's so, it's fine, and it's most of the people, And when you look into this, you're like, wow, it's actually very bad. I say it's one of the biggest failure of modern society, that most people end up in a job they are not passionate about. And when you listen to people, talking everywhere, you hear everywhere, it's super important that you find something you really love to do. But when you look at what people really do, that's not what most people do. So I think it's important to be clear about these. Are you in love with what you do right now? And if you're not, if you're a bit frustrated or even a lot frustrated with this, it's fine. It's easy to not feel good about it. It's easy to want to hide it, especially from ourselves. But it's important to realize it and to own it, and to understand that, okay, I'm frustrated because what I have now is not what I want to have. And in my book, I try to really tell these people. So these people, I call them the intelligent rebels, And they
why?
can even, okay, why? Because these people, they even can have all the external signs of success. They can have a great job in a great company, a great spouse, a great family, a great car, a great house, a great diploma, everything. But still, inside them, they hear a little voice telling them that's not how you're gonna blossom. That's not how you're going to be the best version of yourself. And usually, for the intelligent rebels, their way to blossom is through creation. It's the creation. It can be artistic creation, like, I don't know, writing a book, writing a movie or whatever. It can be the creation of an adventure, like doing a world tour for 1 year, for example. It can be business creation, creating your own company. So you're the one at the helm, you're the one piloting. But basically, it's like creating your own adventure in life, creating your own path, carving your own path, instead of following the path that society wants you to follow. And so the first step is to realize, if you feel this way, it's okay. It's normal. It's fine. And I say that is very important because a lot of intelligent rebels can feel like misfit. They can feel like they don't belong really to the system. And a lot of them, and it was my case for a long time, think they are the problem. And I try to show in the book that it's not their fault. It's because the education system was not made for people like these. And the workplace also system was not made for people like these. When you look at the genesis of the education system in the US and in the Western one in general, in Canada, in the UK, in Australia, it was the same. It was more or less convinced at the end of the 19th century for one reason: to have productive workers in an industrial society. What does it mean? It means the government needed like good employees, good factory workers, good soldiers. So people were educated enough to be productive in an industrial environment, but they didn't want people who were too creative, too crazy, too autonomous, who didn't follow orders. They wanted people who were actually respectful of authority. And when you look at how school was organized, and even now, like you see the students aligned with the teacher in the position of the master and with the bell ringing after each hour, it was organized like a factory, actually. And for a long time also, and it's still the case in the UK, people had to wear uniforms, Yeah, in France too, until the 70s. So you see, there are a lot of parallels between how factories were organized and school. And so it means if you're not this kind of guy, if you're like a woman or a man who like to think differently, like to explore different things, like to be creative, doesn't like to follow others, doesn't like authority, you will not, the typical education system will not be the best fit for you. And so it's completely normal to feel like a misfit and frustrated. And the key is to understand this and to make it a strength. So how do you make it a strength? Well, you own it and you understand that what you are, and you decide to make it a strength by playing your cards right. So it means to be able first to understand the shortcoming of the education system and to be able to overcome them by yourself. Because if you wait for the education system to reform, you will be retired before everything happens, So it's useless to wait. This system has too much inertia. It's too big, too old, to everything. But today you can learn how to learn efficiently. You have access to so many resources. You have access to so much knowledge on the internet, and you have access to so many coaches and books, and it's crazy when you think about it. So you want to educate yourself and to find resources that are made for you, made for intelligent rebels, and it will help you. And it doesn't have to be fast. It can take months, years sometimes. But if you educate yourself well, you try to really implement what you learn, step by step. And you have this aim of at one point finding your ikigai, like being passionate about what you do, making money, having an impact in the world, etc., etc. Your life will improve. And maybe one day you will find your ikigai and you will be happy. And when you are in this kind of process, it's hard to not build your confidence at the same time. Your confidence basically builds itself, naturally, at the same time as you have more clarity about who you are and what you want to be, about the skills you are learning, etc., etc.
I love what you say. It resonates a lot with my also philosophy of love, because I always say we tend to learn love with Walt Disney, Hollywood. So we follow some standards until we realize that it was not the one we needed or we were looking for. It's the same with school. It's the same with sometimes the society, the education that we receive. And today we are here to break the rules. And you know what is, so for the people, for the women that will watch this video, ladies, you need to know something. Olivier is really the number one coach in France when it comes to business and life coach. And he has created a book in France that nobody has done a bestseller like this in this type of industry. And it's funny because the title is Nobody Has the Chance to be worse at school.
Fail at your studies, yes.
Yeah, fail at school, basically. And you change for the US perspective, you change for also making it I think that for everyone. So when you call the intelligent rebels, it is for you, ladies. I want you to know that, because you need to think differently in order for you to gain some self-confidence, be happy in your love life, be happy in your work life, be happy in your personal life. There is real solutions. Olivier, I want you to ask you, who was not your mentor or inspiration, but I'm sure that you had some people that helped you think like this,
Absolutely.
Maybe if you can just share with us who were your inspiration, let's say.
Yeah, and it's funny because most of my mentors were actually Americans. So it's also I wanted also to publish the book in English to get back full circle, to give back a bit of the value I received, And my first mentor was Tim Ferriss through his book, The 4-Hour Work Week. That's the book that actually showed me the path to have a business that is in service of my life. Then Jeff Walker, who is an inventor of the product launch formula, which is basically a great way to sell online products. And I mean, I have so many others because I read so many books, I would say J. Abraham, Robert Greene, Robert Greene actually read the book and gave a big recommendation. So I'm very proud of that. Yeah. I'm super happy. I had the chance to meet him like last year and to interview him, and we really connected. So and I'm so happy because in the French speaking countries, usually my book is close to his books in the bookshops, which is awesome. And I told him my goal is that my book in English will be close to his books in the US and in the English speaking countries. We'll see if I can manage to do that.
Yeah. So ladies, I want you to go get the book. So the website is thewayofIntelligentRebel.com. I just don't want to make any mistakes. It's not rebels, it's rebel.
Actually, it's like the same as the title. So the way of the intelligent rebel. And you will put the link behind anyway.
Yeah, all the link, ladies. Can you show the book one more time?
Sure.
So, this is amazing. So it's another way to think. This is a very different video. We are not talking about balance of power and attraction, but we are talking about something above. Everything's about personal development. Everything's about thinking outside of the box and taking control of your life, taking control of your emotions also. So Olivier, last question that I wanted to ask you is, you said that you wrote this book to give back. What is the key message? So if you can summarize your message in like few lines, what will be the key message that you want to share to the world?
Yeah, the message is, if you're an intelligent rebel, own it and learn how to play your cards right so you can create your own adventure and blossom and give a lot of value to the world.
Wow, I love this message. I'm sure I'm one, so I will read this book in English. I read it in French. I will read it in English. I will include all the links just right below. So ladies, if you have any question, if you want us, Olivier and me, to talk about another topic, I can bring him back on the YouTube channel. Make sure that you will go get your copy of this book. Trust me, when it comes to personal development, changing life, I know what I'm talking about, and Olivier is just a meat in France, right? Is just very, 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 and I'm so jealous because I want to be him now. But yeah, he's very known. And this book, you will find a lot of value. That will be for sure. Olivier, thank you so much for being here, giving me your time, giving us your time. It's just amazing. I always give the final word to the people I interview. So if you want to finish this video, if you want to share something about the book, your actuality or anything, just please feel free.
Yeah, no, what I like to end my interviews by saying to people, did you see one thing you can apply in your life? And if yes, try to apply it. So it's going to be not only knowledge you gain from this interview, but also like skills, because how you transform knowledge to skills is basically by implementing. So yeah, if something resonated with you, try to implement it.
Awesome. And make sure that to implement by sharing and smashing the like button, subscribing to the YouTube channel, and then go grab your copy. I can tell this book is amazing. You will love it, ladies. One more time, thank you so much. Thank you, Olivier. Thank you so much to you, ladies. Take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Merci.
Love the French. Ladies, I really hope that this video helped you and that you know today how to change your love life. If you want to continue your journey with me, you need to subscribe, but you need also to watch this video. This video is related to the one you just watched. So make sure you click here and continue your journey with me. I will see you soon, ladies. Bye-bye.